Cody, we like to talk about accountable government. What does having an accountable government mean to you?
Well, I think to me it means a government where your vote matters, where when you cast a vote that you're able to hold the government accountable and express your policy views through that vote without having to dedicate tons of time and be super, someone who has the time to invest in town government. And I think there's a lot of reforms we can take to our government that would move us in that direction. The select board recently created a town government study committee that is actually looking at our system of government as a whole and going to consider recommendations. It's actually open for application now. Any Natick resident can apply, and I strongly encourage anyone who's interested in this topic to apply because this is such important work. Our government has not had a large scale really look at it at our system of government in decades. So this is a real opportunity to make changes in a positive way to our system of government in Natick. I certainly, as a select board member, I would listen carefully to what the recommendations are of the committee and look at what their findings were to guide me in thinking about my own views on this. But I can tell you right now that where I'm coming from, I feel like our town meeting system of government lacks that kind of accountability where you can hold the government accountable with your vote because most town meeting seats it's uncontested. The select board, obviously, the school committee do have some power where you can express your views through your votes there. But with town meeting, it's just you don't even know even if the election is contested, you're not necessarily going to know the policy positions of the different candidates. So I think it's very difficult for an average person, in our town that's now almost 40,000 people to really express their policy views about what our town is doing through their vote. And so I think that a system that made power a little bit less diffuse in our government would help with that. That could be as far as making us into a city council form of government, where the city council would have the legislative power instead of a town meeting, which would be a smaller group, and so therefore there'd be contested elections for that kind of a thing. Or even if we don't want to go that far, there's other reforms we could take, like reducing the number of town meeting seats so that there is a little bit more competition there and there is a little bit more of an opportunity for people to express their policy views through their vote. So I think there's a lot we can do, whether it's going all the way to city or just making marginal improvements. But I'm really glad that this committee is being created because I think it's a really important step in the right direction.